What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. Now, this video, there's so many different ways I could have went with it, but I narrowed this down to 4 people I want to talk about to just basically exemplify the points that I've been making about real fighters. Okay, the difference in the eras of time and how people have become more entitled to feel like they just deserve certain things. They don't put the work in to earn their keep, and they want to consider something minimal as a maximum thing, like this is bigger than what it really is. Now, to start my point off, I spoke about Evander Holyfield. Now, Evander Holyfield was a light heavyweight, a cruiserweight. Okay? Came all the way up to heavyweight. Okay? Evander wasn't a big guy. This is a guy who's in what they call the heavyweight division, right? The granddaddy of them all, right? And he's in there fighting guys 250, 260, 6'5", 6'6", way bigger than him. He's 206 pounds. Evander Holyfield fought like he thought he was 250. Okay, that man went in there, and I mean, I can look at so many Evander Holyfield fights, man. He gave you classics, man. But one that stands out, even him losing to Bo in the first fight. I think Bo in that first fight came in about 235 or something like that, or whatever it was. But Riddick Bowe was a giant to Evander Holyfield. And I remember him hurting him, I think it was the 11th round. Hurt him bad. Dropped him. Evander got up and came right back and started putting it on Bowe. Swollen eye and all. And here's a guy, 206 pounds. You know what Evander Holyfield did not do? He did not go in that fight and say, well, this man is 6'5", 235 pounds, walk around about 270, 280, and I didn't want to get hurt. I didn't want to get brain damage. I didn't want to, go in there and risk my life. No, he went in there and fought. That's what he went in there and did. And whether it was George Foreman, Lennox Lewis, all these guys, he never had Evander never had Mike Tyson's punching power, but he beat him when they fought, didn't he? And all of the but Mike was older. Well, Holyfield is 4 years older than Mike Tyson. Okay, neither one of them was the same fighter by the time they fought each other, but they were still, Evander was still great. And he's 4 years older. That ain't, whatever Mike wasn't, or how Mike slipped, or whatever the hell y'all want to say, that ain't Evander's fucking problem. And nobody was saying that before the fight. It was just after the ass whooping and all the bullshit on their headbutting or whatever, but they, whatever. Because I can, the funny thing is, with all of that, I can always sit here and I can go to the Quick Tillers fight, the Razor Ruddock fight. I can go do several fights where Tyson was doing dirty tactics, hitting the motherfucker low on purpose, headbutting, elbowing, shoving with the shoulder, doing all types of dirty shit. Bit Evander's fucking ear off. I wish you motherfuckers would come in my comment section talking that headbutt bullshit. And, well, that's why bullshit. Bullshit. And Evander fought the motherfucker again, what make it so bad. He fought him the first time and whooped his ass. Then fought him again. The second one was the ear biting. Because Mike knew I can't beat him. Fuck it, I need a way out. That shit was disgusting to me. That shit, well, I don't give a fuck about how much you love Mike, all that bullshit. That was disgusting to me. You got elbows. You bit a man. He bit Lennox Lewis' leg. But somehow it was okay for Mike to do the shit he was doing. So I guess Lennox Lewis headbutted him too, huh? Bit him on the fucking thigh at the press conference. That little scuffle, broke out. Bottom line, okay? It's not about Mike Tyson. But that disgusting thing he did, that somehow it was okay for Mike to do it. Evander Holyfield was a smaller guy that went up in that danger zone and fought these giants and held his own. And he beat all of them. Well, Lewis, with the exception of Lewis, but he put up a good fight. I think he lost, the first fight they called a draw. But he basically went in there and he fought. He didn't go in there and fold and hold back. And this is a Holyfield that wasn't even in his prime anymore. Okay? He fought. He didn't go in there and rob you of your money. He didn't come to lay down. He fought. Inoue, he went up in weight to fight Fulton. Now, Fulton is not a big puncher. In fact, out of all of his attributes, that's the least of his attributes. It's his punching power. But he has skills. He defeated everybody up until he got to Inoue. Well, Inoue went up in weight. He fought Fulton like he was the big dog. He didn't go in there and fold. He didn't go in there and hold back. Why do I make this comparison? I saw Adrian Broner fight Paulie Malignaggi, and he won the fight, clearly. But he was super cautious against a guy that can't punch. Inoue said, no, this is how you come at a guy when you got my type of skills versus his type of skills. It wasn't so much the punching power. I said, it's not Fulton's, lack of power that's going to make the difference. The difference is going to be him being able to find Inoue. He said he thought he was going to be too slick, overall just too skilled. His skill set is better than Inoue's. Isn't that what he said? So he thought that. Now, in defeat, Fulton was frustrated. He was trying to find Inoue and he couldn't. How could I get in and minimize the damage? It was pretty much next to impossible with what he's capable of doing versus what Inoue is capable of doing. But he was trying. He just couldn't figure Inoue out. Even when he would get in and try to get in the inside, once he got in, he didn't know what to do. He was hesitant to let his hands go. Pop shot, one shot at a time or nothing at all, and wait. Inoue is reading him. And Inoue is basically nullifying everything that he tried. He tried to fight backwards. He was on the back foot first. Then he tried to come in and walk him down. Tried to get in the inside. He tried to get mid-range. He tried to make nothing. Everything he did, Inoue wouldn't let him get comfortable. But one thing I will say is, Fulton didn't stop trying. He just couldn't figure Inoue out. He couldn't find him. And when he was finding success, Inoue would retaliate. And he knew that power was there, but he kept trying. He just was outclassed. It's as simple as that. So here's a guy coming up in weight that's the bigger puncher, the stronger of the two. And he fought like that. He didn't go back and hold back and was scared to test the waters. No, he went there to destroy Fulton. And he wound up getting the stoppage. But Fulton was trying. He just didn't have... He's a boxer. He's not a brawler. So no one expected Fulton to go in there and just go balls to the wall and start just winging shots. No. He basically is a boxer that fought a boxer puncher that's just all around better than he is. It's as simple as that. So he got defeated, but you see the effort was there. Because he's a boxer and he's trying to find his rhythm, trying to find his niche in that fight, what works. He couldn't get anything going. But you at least saw the effort. So even though he lost trying. Clarissa Shields. She fights Savannah Marshall at 168. All you heard, that whole build-up, was how hard Savannah Marshall hits, how she knocks out everybody. Clarissa's not going to be able to outbox Marshall. Marshall's too long. She's too rangy. She hits way too hard. Clarissa's never faced anybody like her. And when she finally gets hit by Marshall, she's going to go to sleep. She's not going to be able to handle Savannah Marshall's power. Okay? You saw the fight. Is that what happened? Clarissa went in there and dominated. She didn't give a fuck about Savannah Marshall's power. She even said after the fight that Savannah hit her in her right eye was so hard that she couldn't even see out of her right eye for like a round or two or whatever she said it was, but she just kept fighting, kept trying. If she didn't tell you that, you wouldn't know that happened. She didn't run from her. She stood there and fought her. Stood her grounds and she fought. She fought like she was the big puncher. Rapid fire combinations, keeping her at bay, cutting her off when she tried to get something started. I mean, she fought. Savannah never folded though. Savannah kept trying. Now she's the big puncher, right? And what did everybody say? Clarissa Shields don't have punching power. She only got 2 knockouts. She didn't need to knock Savannah Marshall out. She needed to just outfight her. Isn't that what she did? The one with the big punch got outboxed, got schooled, and it wasn't even close. But she never stopped trying. Savannah didn't fold. She kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. She basically found out that night, no, I'm just not as good as Clarissa Shields is. But she kept trying. Muhammad Ali, before Frazier, before Norton, before Foreman, before all those other guys, Muhammad Ali wasn't even really a full-fledged heavyweight or considered a full-fledged heavyweight when he fought Sonny Liston. People said they don't see this going past 1 round. This big mouth, cocky kid is bitten off more than he can chew. Finally, he's going to meet his match. And despite the fact that, along with the fact that this is a very racist, boy, nigga, coon, monkey, come here. Well, what did he do wrong? That's what you are, right? Yeah. You think these people cared about Sonny Liston? No, they hated Sonny Liston. But guess what? They hated Ali more. So all of this shit wasn't just predictions because of what they saw in the ring. They wanted to see this big mouth nigga get his ass whooped. That's what they said. Yeah. This big mouth nigga think he can beat everybody. Think he's God's gift to the earth. God won't always let the devil win. So Liston, the big bear, is going to destroy Ali. So Ali goes in there against Sonny Liston. Ali himself said he sat there in the gym and watched Sonny Liston spar. And he said he hit so hard that he get a guy in the elbow and nearly break his arm. He's seen him damage people. I seen Ali have an interview and said that he wasn't ready for Liston just yet at that time, but maybe another year or two. Well, year 2 came, he was in there against Liston. Ali would stand and fight with guys, even with all the movement. Ali would come at you and try to take your fucking head off. And see, Ali's a guy that when they show his fights, they mostly show the same thing over and over, Thriller in Manila. They always show, after the 3.5 years of exile. But Ali is standing there with Liston, considered the baddest motherfucker in boxing at the time. Liston even cheated. Put this shit on his gloves, had it in his hair so it got Muhammad Ali's in his eyes. Okay, Ali couldn't see. He couldn't see. He didn't know what to do. Angelo Dundee told him, listen, man, just go in there and run. Clear your head, run. You know what Ali did? He went in there, he danced and moved, and all of a sudden, they tried to rinse his eyes out, but it was still in there. And as the round went on and his eyes started to clear up, he starts fighting back. The very next round, he starts putting it on Liston's ass. Okay? Start putting it on his ass. Liston quit in the corner. This was a guy who was a bully, who had more fear of Ali than he wanted to show. And Ali broke his will, made him quit. And here's a guy in Ali who was expected to get killed in this fight. The same way when he fought Foreman, nobody believed Ali could win this fight at all. They thought this was going to be the end of Ali. So yeah, Ali went there with the hardest puncher in boxing at the time, the most feared man in boxing at the time, and Ali beat Liston. Ali didn't go in there and say, as soon as this motherfucker throw a punch that looks hard, I'm just going to go down and take a knee. He didn't go in there and say, nah, you know what, man, fuck this. This could damage me. No, Ali went in there and fought to win. He's earning his keep. He's earning his stripes. You see, the reality of what I'm saying is this. You have some people that become champions by beating real champions. Then you have other people that might be in a weak division. They beat certain guys, but these are not really great fighters. So your level of greatness is tested. See, styles do make fights, yes. Yes. Even to see Hearns get knocked out in 3 rounds by Hagler. Did Hearns come and lay down for Hagler? Nah. He went in that motherfucking ring and was trying to take Hagler's head off, and Hagler was trying to take his head off. So he lost a war. Hearns knocks out Duran in 2 rounds. But Duran didn't come in there and lay down. Duran came in that motherfucker trying to win, and Hearns just put him to sleep. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is what champions do. You come to win. And should you get your ass whooped trying, well, that's just exactly what's going to happen then, right? But you lost the fight. But you left it all in the ring. Every time a fighter loses a fight and say, I should have been doing this, I should have been doing that, and you think the next fight is a reset and now you're going to correct those wrongs? Well, if your way of getting through the fight was just to try to survive, when do you think you're going to get that heart when you find yourself in these situations again? You're lying to yourselves. And as time goes on, you find out you're not as brave as you thought that you was, because you had a bunch of junk fights that gave you a false sense of confidence that you could beat this person or that person. Now, could you fight this person at a different weight class and beat him? It's possible. But if it's just a thing of weight, if it's about weight, well, if you're afraid to get punched, if you're afraid that this fight could damage you, why take the fight in the first place? Why take the fight in the first place? Shout out, salute to my man, Ebo Soso. You have firemen, firewomen, who get called to save people's lives. They got to go into that burning building. They don't know if they're going to make it out. And their job is to go in there and get you out of there. They don't get paid. What do they pay firemen? $38,000 a year, something like that. Some of them, I guess, depending on where you are, maybe 40, depending on where you are. They don't get paid millions of dollars. And they don't know that they're coming back out that burning house. When they get killed in a fire, nobody cares, right? Aside from their family. The world doesn't get to see this. I mean, yeah, it comes on the news, but it was just somebody that we don't know. So, it's not a popular person, so who cares, right? Good policemen, good policewomen, whoever they are, okay? SWAT team, whatever. Just say soldiers. Just think about people. Let's think about people that put their life on the line every single day and don't get paid 6 figures a year. Huh? Just think about it. These guys doing construction work, climbing up on these scaffolds, even when it's freezing cold, and you're putting these buildings together for people to come and work in. You put your life on the line every fucking day. When you have to be a trucker out there on the road when everybody else is, unless they call a state of an emergency, right? Your ass got to be on the road when other people get to call out or work gets canceled or something because of the weather. But your ass got to be out there. driving up fucking twisty ass hills and mountains and shit, putting your life on the line. Do y'all realize when Amazon Prime, FedEx, UPS bring packages to your door, even when it's fucking a snowstorm outside, and you didn't called out that day? Just imagine, right? Let's think about it. And you called out that day. This is real life shit I'm talking about. I'm talking to y'all fucking souls right now. And these motherfuckers out here delivering packages in a fucking in blizzards, while you in the home nice and cozy and warm, sitting up waiting for that package to come. Do you appreciate them? Do you appreciate the fact that they're leaving their homes and can easily have their fucking truck turned over? We just had a school bus a couple of weeks ago. Had like 50 people on it. 48 injured, 2 dead. Flipped over 50 feet into a ravine. Huh? So do you understand? There's people that have jobs. Just like driving is not as easy as people make it seem, right? Some places are crazier than others. Imagine how these kids felt when that bus flipped over. Everybody on there. Imagine the people that lost their moms, lost their loved ones. Imagine the people that those people, 2 people that died. That person sitting there watching, knowing that this person is gone. Imagine how they felt. But they're not athletes. They're not entertainers. They're not actors, singers, rappers, dancers, whatever. So you don't give a fuck. That's how most people are. Yet, again, you got people that decide, I don't want to be a trucker. I don't want to be a fireman. I don't want to be a policeman. I don't want a job that is going to have me living from check to check, or I have to constantly be at work, or, I want big money. I know I'm going to become a fighter. I could do it through boxing. Millions of fucking dollars that they make off of you. Like I told you last video, homeschool their kids, they send them to private schools. And these motherfuckers are sitting up in mansions, Bugattis, Hummers, Bentleys, Maybachs. And the fanboys got the nerve to make excuses for them. Because they went up in weight. You got to understand, this could have happened, that could have happened. This is called the hurt business for a reason. This is what you signed up for. How fucking dare you charge motherfuckers $85? Go in the ring and fold and lay down. I got my check. Y'all could boo me. But hey, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna hurt, but I'm gonna start laughing and smiling as soon as I fucking put this fucking check in the bank, right? All y'all money. Do you think that when these fighters go in and throw a fight, that they're thinking about you? That consumer that sat there and spent your hard-earned money just for them to throw the fight? How did y'all feel when Bruce Seldon went in there and fought Mike Tyson? And Mike Tyson threw a punch that clearly went over his head, and Bruce just dropped. And the punch never landed. How did you feel when he went back and Mike threw that little soft-ass left that just grazed, and this motherfucker pretended he was so hurt, got up and staggered into the corner, and he wanted to make sure he didn't make that 10 count. And as soon as the ref waved his hands, all of a sudden his legs was back. He walked out the corner to embrace Mike. But see, Bruce Seldon was always a guy who had no heart. And you knew that. You see what just happened with Jermell Charlo? I don't think anybody saw him doing in their heads what he did. I think most people thought he was going to get knocked out eventually. Those who thought he was going to lose felt like he was probably going to get knocked out. Even if it went the distance, it would be a good fight, and then Canelo would start to take over. His experience would start to take over, and he beat Jermell. How many of you thought you was going to see Jermell do what he did? I can tell you that's a lie. If not, you're not smart people. Because if you thought that was going to happen, then why would you waste your money and order a fight just to watch a guy go in there and lay down. No, you didn't think that was going to happen. Regardless to you, if you thought he was going to lose, you didn't think he was going to go in there and lay down. If you wanted Jermell Charlo to win and you thought he could win, it's because you watched him fight. You watched him go in there and fight in tough fights and compete and win. So why would you think he's going to come in there against Canelo and do what he did, right? You see the problem with this generation. There's not enough fighters that's actual fighters. You got these people that go in the ring, and once money becomes the target, they just lose that hunger. They want the money. They got the desire for money. They got the hunger for the pay. But they don't go in there and show up. And all these so-called mega fights have not been mega fights. It's just been the two biggest names in the division. They finally get together, and it's a one-sided fight. Tell me when I'm lying. This is exactly what you've been getting. So when you do get a good fight, and it actually lives up to the hype. I mean, Tank and Ryan didn't live up to the hype. It wasn't Tank's fault. What did Ryan do? Ryan went down. Y'all forget that shit? Ryan went down. Tank walks up on him and he looks at Tank and does this and then goes down on purpose. And then you hear Goosen say, did he hit you in that spot? Never. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah. Left the boy sitting there looking stupid by himself at the post conference. Y'all forget about that? Do y'all forget about that? We watched Teofimo Lopez beat up Josh Taylor. But Josh Taylor, he kept trying. He just got his ass kicked. You guys get the gist of what I'm saying. You get it. You should. Should have gotten it a long time ago. You're more respected for getting your ass kicked in a tough fight, in a effort, a fight where you made the effort to try to win, but you just couldn't, versus you just quit. I want to see the Charlos win, like I said before. They gotta want to win. And Aries has never been a person to sugarcoat what I want to say, or to pick and choose who I'm going to say things about. Canelo Alvarez is a solid dude. He always has been. But Canelo Alvarez had an easy night because Jermell Charlo decided, nah, I'm scared of his power. For those of you that say Canelo made him fight like that, no, that's bullshit. That's like saying, that would be like somebody putting a gun to your head, walk up and saying, hey, give me all your money. Don't make me shoot you. You're not making them do anything. They decide to pull that trigger. That's on them. Just like you didn't make them walk up and put the gun in your face. Now, did you? Huh? No. Canelo didn't make him do shit. Jermell Charlo never started. He never tried from the very first round. There's a difference when you're trying to fight back, okay? And you're trying to win. You telling me that he tried to win? And you're telling me that Canelo made him do... No, Canelo didn't make him do shit. Canelo Alvarez did what he was supposed to do. Charlo didn't. What was he nullifying? How can you nullify punches when the guy's not even trying to hit you? Then when he does throw something, he lands one shot and just backs off. He's satisfied with doing what? He's complacent with just throwing one punch at a time and then backing off, running all night long. Canelo made him do that? No. I will say this about John Ryder. He got his ass kicked, but that motherfucker was fighting back. He was trying to win. Charlo was scared that if he commits to a punch, to throwing punches, to trying to catch, set Canelo up and catch him with shots, that Canelo was going to fucking counter him. He was scared of Canelo's power. Canelo didn't make him do shit. Okay? I understand the point you're trying to make, but that shit's pointless. And I'll tell you why it's pointless. Because in the long run, okay, me making the same comparison with Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield. You know how fucking hard Riddick Bowe punched? Evander didn't go in that motherfucker and say, oh, well, fuck this, he hits too hard, I'm not fighting back. No, he fought back. Canelo himself went up and fought Bivol. Bivol got some pop on his fucking shots. Canelo's punches wasn't phasing Bivol. Canelo fought back. He just got beat. Now imagine Canelo fighting Bivol the same way Charlo fought him. And you gonna tell me that Canelo made Charlo do that? No. He was intimidated. He was scared of Canelo. That's what we saw. He was scared of Canelo. He was scared of his power. He made himself do that. When I talk to people and I say to people, don't let someone help you get yourself in trouble. You know what I mean by that? You are held accountable for what you do. So nobody's making you make dumb decisions. But people can influence. But it's ultimately up to you to use your common sense to say, nah, I'm not doing that. So don't let people help you, okay, make bad decisions. Canelo, basically, like I said, because nothing clean was landing in the first 2 rounds. He felt something to his body or his arms, shoulders, whatever. It made him go, fuck, this dude can punch. All right, fuck that. He was scared to engage. Nah, I'm not going to buy that bullshit excuse. I saw the same fights you saw. If that's what you think you saw, that's what you analyze, okay, cool. But no, Canelo didn't make him do shit. As a man, as a Lions only, where was all this? Where was the roar of this lion? Where was it? Where was it? He chose to not fight because his heart was pumping Kool-Aid. Simple. Boxers don't consider how you feed your family. They don't consider how much money you have. Example, let's say you told Jermell Charlo, man, I believed in you. I bought that pay-per-view because I wanted to see you win. And you went in there and lost. How stupid would you feel if Jermell Charlo told you, I ain't make you buy that fucking fight? He's right. You like what you saw in Jermell Charlo. You wanted to see him win and felt like he had a chance. So you bought the fucking fight supporting Jermell Charlo. Now imagine him telling you that. I ain't make you buy that fight. You know what? He's 1,000% correct. He didn't make you buy that fight. You chose to buy that fight. He can't control what you do. Same way, Canelo didn't control what he did. Canelo put fear in that motherfucker, yeah. But he made him not fight? No. No, the motherfucker was scared. It's simple. For every time people say styles make fights, it gets to a point it just becomes the thing to say. For every time a person has this picture in their head that if one person did something a certain way, then it goes for everybody. If one person fails a drug test, everybody's is cheating. No, it's not the case. You take things by fight basis, but you keep seeing the same patterns in different fighters. Let's take a guy like Frank Martin. trying to get 50-50 from Shakur Stevenson. But this dude hasn't fought not one elite fighter his whole career. And he's not a star at all. Okay? Do you consider him overpricing himself so he don't have to get the fight, or he really think he's going to get 50-50? Just saying. Think about it. But let's say he got the fight. He got the money. Because that's been their gripe, right? And let's say the fight actually takes place and he goes in there and folds and lay down. What you going to say? He's still young. Let him live to fight another day. But you're okay with the fact that you believed in Frank Martin, wanted to see him beat Shakur. You bought the pay-per-view, and then he goes in there and lay down. You okay with that? I mean, at least fight. I guarantee you this. None of these fighters are going to come to your fucking house. They're not going to look to see who their fans are. I'm going to send y'all some money. They're not going to do that shit. No. They eat off of you. If you are going to overlook the fighters that come here to fight and win because your favorite fighters are ducking these guys, you want to flip it around. It all comes out when that bell rings, and then you get to see what each fighter is made of. What I will say to you guys is this. There's been many times throughout the history of fighting, fighters took dives. You had a punk-ass, bitch-ass fighter in the ring, and the truth came out when he got in there with the right stiff opponents. So it's not like it's something new. But I can tell you, the vast majority of fighters, especially the elite guys, they wanted to win, man. They wanted to win. Now, when we talking about guys fighting past their prime and they just need money, and yeah, that shit happens too. We seen Mike Tyson do that, and he admitted it. And I don't have a heart for this anymore. I'm just here for the money. I need money. And then he said he wasn't going to disgrace the sport of boxing anymore, and he retired, and he did. Remember that? He admitted, I don't have a heart for this anymore. You guys think Danny Williams would have had a chance with Mike Tyson when he was in his prime? Y'all know better than that. Mike didn't have any belts anymore. Mike was done. Mike was just in there, like he said, trying to get a check. He needed money. He don't have the heart for this anymore. He said that. I'm not going to ride Jermell Charlo or any one particular fighter like it's personal to me. But I'm going to call you motherfuckers out when you go in there and do that type of shit. I like the Charlos as fighters. I like Errol Spence as a fighter. I can give different names, people who I like as fighters. Frank Sanchez, all these different fighters, right? I expect you, though, as a fighter, to come to the ring and fucking fight back. Not lay the fuck down. And then for you to stand here and say afterwards, I still think I'm the best fighter in the world. Okay? For any one of you that's sitting here watching this video, or watch any of my previous videos, or anybody else's videos for that matter, and you're telling yourself, oh, but you got to understand, that could damage him for the rest of his life. This fight could be this. It's the hurt business, people. That's what the fuck you signed up for. Like I said before, if you can't take the heat, stay the fuck out the kitchen. But for all you people that want to make excuses, even just for the fact of him coming there laying down and not just showing up to not work, go to your job and show up and go tell your manager, look, I'm here, but I ain't doing shit today. I dare you to do it. I double, triple dare any one of you that's making excuses for this man. Do you understand? And I know this is what y'all overlook. Do you understand that when this motherfucker is in the ring fighting, that's his job? It's entertainment to you watching as a fight fan, but he's at work at that moment. They don't get paid by the hour. How many hours a day you work? What is your annual salary? It'll take you a fucking 3 lifetimes to make what some of these fighters make in one night. Just be real. And for you to sit up and make those excuses that it's okay for someone to show up to work and not fucking work. That's a new kind of stupid. That's fanboyism on a whole nother level. If you watch football and your team, the team that you like, have a bad game, the team has a bad game, you want to see them next week rebound, right? Let's say the following week they come back and they tear some ass up. Now you like, okay, right? You feel better about last week now. Every time they lose, don't have to be because they had a bad game. It could just be that the other team was just better. Mistakes are going to be made. Things are going to happen. But if a team just shows up, the team you like, they're arguing with each other, they're not working cohesively, they just, you can see they just giving up. That's when fans start leaving the stadium and shit. And before the game is over, stadium half empty because people done got fed up with them. They're not even trying to win. Remember LeBron James was getting scrutinized because he would be walking away from the team and doing all kinds of little like childish shit because when they start losing, they just fall apart. And yet, everybody's always bringing up Jordan's name and making a comparison between the two. See, fanboyism aside, reality is when a person come and give it their all every single time, you have to respect that. You have to respect that. So I would feel more proud, like I said, of Thomas Hearns for getting knocked out in 3 rounds because he went to fight. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying fighters shouldn't try to employ a different strategy to win. Okay, Hearns brought what he had that night. Okay, Hagler brought what he had that night. The point is, Hearns went out on his shield, though. He didn't come in there and say, damn, this motherfucker could punch. I'm just going to lay down. No, he laid down because he got knocked the fuck out. And that fight is considered one of the greatest wars of all time. Why? Because them motherfuckers for 3 rounds, it was an action-packed fight. Ray Leonard didn't need to fight Hagler the way Hearns did. He needed to fight Hagler the way he fought Hagler. You understand? He boxed. He didn't go. People want to say you running when you on your toes and boxing and moving. Well, why would he stand there and fight Marvin Hagler's fight, right? For what? No, he fought. This is what I'm saying because I'm trying to. I want to just make people aware of just the common sense of it all. Fighting a different strategy is not the same thing as giving up. Anthony Joshua fights differently now, right? Do you think he's not trying to win? Yeah, he's trying to win. He won his last 2, right? He lost to Usyk. He didn't give up against Usyk. He fought the wrong strategy, and he doesn't have the IQ to fight that style against Usyk because he can't outbox Usyk. So what he needed to do is what he was confused about. See, most of these fighters lack basic fundamentals. Most of these fighters really just, they don't have it. They have flash and flare. It looks good. It looks fancy. But when they fight a person that does have basic fundamentals added to their repertoire, you see how all of a sudden it's a mismatch. So going forward, whatever fighter it is, when you show up to a fight, and especially the fact you are an undisputed fighter, and you show up to a fight and you fold like that, what does it make the rest of your division look like? And the fact that this fight wasn't seen as a super fight. This was just seen as, Canelo going to go in there and wipe the floor with Charlo. This wasn't seen as the same way people saw Crawford versus Spence. As a whole, no. It wasn't seen that way. This, they didn't look at Charlo like that. And even though he's an undisputed, see, this is the thing. So in other words, you can be a guy that have all the hardware in one division. You got another guy that's not even a champion in other divisions, but might kick your ass so people see that person, have them ranked over you. So now, when you look at Jermell Charlo not being on a pound-for-pound list, right? And if you felt some kind of way because this man's an undisputed champion. Now this happening with Canelo, now it make you sit back and think, you know what? Even though the pound-for-pound list with him not being excluded from it was before the Canelo fight, now it's looking like, damn, it makes sense. You can't look at this shit and go, oh man, but that's Canelo. Fuck who it is. Canelo's just another man. Simple. Imagine a fucking actor coming in to do martial arts, and he's telling himself, well, I mean, I'll never be as good as Bruce Lee as an actor, but no, you're not focusing on Bruce Lee, you're focusing on your career. Right? You want to be the best that you can be. Bruce Lee is a person that it's like blasphemy to say anybody's as good as Bruce. People already got Bruce Lee beating Mike Tyson, Ali, Ray Leonard, Ray Robinson, anybody in an actual real fight. But when you ask them what's Bruce Lee's fucking record, they can't tell you. Why? You don't have a fucking record, because he wasn't a professional fighter. He was an actor that created his own Jeet Kune Do, Kung Fu, and, not saying he can't get busy and hold his own in a fight, but I'd be damned if I'm going to sit here and put a fucking actor on a fucking pedestal and put this motherfucker above actual real fighters. And I don't give a fuck if it's UFC or boxing. You not an actual fighter, bro. And people lose their shit. Why do they lose their shit? Because they're fanboys. When I was a kid, everybody was imitating Bruce Lee. Let Enter the Dragon come on. Everybody's in the house. Return of the Dragon. Whatever. Fist of Fear. Everybody's in the house watching the Bruce Lee movie. Then everybody come out and, imitating what they seen Bruce do. But you also grow up and you realize you're not kids anymore. People change their minds. And through the generations, you start to see things change. I'll give you an example of something. You guys familiar with Vlad TV? DJ Vlad, Russian guy, used to be a DJ back in the day. Now has Vlad TV, always interviewing a bunch of notorious criminals, bunch of ex-cons that sit and glorify drug life and gang life. Okay, well, let me give you all a short story. If you don't know who Keefe D is, he's the guy that admitted that he gave the gun to the guy that killed Tupac. And his dumbass sat there on Vlad TV and admitted that shit. Now with that happening, what happens now? Oh shit. Guess who they indicted? They found the killer, the person that killed Tupac. Decades later. You want to know what's so funny about this? I said about 3 years ago to somebody in the conversation, they all call Vlad the hip-hop police because all these dumbass rappers go on his show and too fucking stupid to watch what come out of their mouths. So if Vlad is sitting there asking you about a crime you committed, or did you have anything to do with your crew beating up this rapper, or did y'all shoot at that person, did they shoot at you, and they sit there and want to, yeah, wear that shit on my sleeve, yeah, them niggas tried to do this, and we rolled on them niggas, and I did this, instead of just saying, man, listen, we not talking about any of that. That's not even being talked about, none of it. That's only thing Vlad gonna say is, fair enough, he's gonna change the conversation. These are grown men. Vlad be getting people indicted, man. Vlad the hip-hop police. Yo, Vlad. These grown-ass men don't know how to tell Vlad, we're not talking about that. We're talking about something else. Simple. So all this time, yo, Vlad is sellout. Vlad is the police. Vlad can't be trusted. Vlad is the devil. And I said 3 years ago, you know what would change people's whole perspective of Vlad? Let that motherfucker interview the person that killed Tupac and that person get indicted. And I promise you, I said that like 3 years ago in a conversation with somebody. 3 years later, that's exactly what happened. Now, you know what's funny? Every fucking comment now is Vlad's a hero. Yo, Vlad the man. Yo, I ain't gonna front. I got respect for Vlad now. Because he interviewed the guy that has something to do with Tupac death. And the crazy thing is, y'all done changed y'all opinions where this guy done went from being an informant to a hero. Now, if it would have been somebody else that y'all don't give a fuck about, y'all have been dig over Vlad again. I ain't trying to get niggas indicted. But wait. See, the funny thing is, I read comments where people were saying shit like, yo, Vlad a genius, y'all gotta give it to him. The whole time, he was just trying to get this nigga to confess so he can get him locked up because you know that nigga killed Tupac. What happened to no snitching? How the fuck do you all of a sudden love Vlad but you hated him your entire life? Now you love him because, oh shit, yo, we love Pac so much. We such fanboys of Pac that we just glad they finally got that motherfucker. Yo, rest in peace, rest in power, King. Yo, King this, King that. Yo, true legend, R.I.P. the greatest. Yo, you raised me, Pac. Yo, just saying. Point is, 2 weeks from now, these same people go right back to hating Vlad because he might do something or say something and interview somebody that's too stupid to keep their mouth closed and get themselves indicted. But this happened to be somebody that they like as well. So now they go back to hating Vlad. Do you understand? This is how shit goes. And people lose focus on what the actual purpose of what this show is for. Why do I feel this way about this person? Or what did this person do? They forget all that. They just get caught up into the drama. In boxing, like I said, you know, like for example, Sugar Ray Leonard, when he danced, he moved a whole lot more than Floyd does. When Ali danced and moved, he moved a whole lot more than Floyd does. When Ray Robinson danced and moved, he moved a whole lot more than Floyd does. But somehow when they do it, it's called dancing. When Floyd do it, it's called running. Marvin Hagler fans that don't like Sugar Ray called it running. People back in the day, like what was Mike Tyson's manager name, who said that Ali did boxing with his legs instead of his fist. No, that's bullshit that he didn't do it with his fist. He used his legs a lot more. That was part of his repertoire. Simple. How the fuck do you sit up and dismiss that when this man was destroying people with his style? But you understand what I'm saying? Customado. What do you mean? People, oh, but he loved Ali. I seen videos where he was saying this guy would have beat Ali. See, he liked the Tyson, the Rocky Marcianos, the Joe Lewis's, the hard-nosed guys. He think their style would have been too much for Ali, just like he thought that Sonny Liston would beat Ali, and it didn't happen. Okay? The man had to cheat and everything. Opinions are opinions. Fuck all of that. Go by what we see in the ring. And that's all I'm going by. So, case in point, people. It's your money. You can get your paycheck on Friday, whatever day you get paid, and burn your money. You can go rip it in half. You can close your eyes and just give it the strain or whatever. That's your money. But when you are going to work every day, and you jumping on your phone looking at upcoming events, you home going through your TV looking at what boxing matches coming up and which ones you want to watch, and some people, they order everything. And you got fighters that show up but don't show out. If that's okay with you, It's your money. But like I said, you got people that put their life on the line at their jobs every single day. Every single day. And people don't appreciate them. Here's a fucking guy who fight once a year, twice a year. Hard to find fighters that fight 3-4 times a year in this era. But these guys go in there and decide when they're going to put up a fight and when they're not going to put up a fight. And you make excuses. But what we're not going to do on this channel is have you trying to make it. You can express yourself respectfully. But when you're making excuses, we're going to debunk that shit and chew you the fuck up and spit you out. And hope that you understand you're talking stupid nonsense and you know, mature in the mind and don't put yourself in that position to look like an idiot, because we're not going to sit here and go for that shit. All you get is satisfaction to say, I saw a good fight. I always backed the Charlos up when they fought. Whoever they was fighting, I was always going with them. So am I supposed to sit here and make those same excuses that y'all making for Jermell Charlo? I don't make excuses for anyone. So when we break down what we saw and see what people are trying to do too, I catch it. Some of you Canelo fans are trying to give, oh no, Jermell was trying. Trust me, he wasn't trying shit. He was trying to not get knocked out. That's what he was trying to do. He was just trying to stay on his feet and survive 12 rounds and didn't want to engage. That's what he was trying to do. He was not trying to win that fucking fight. Canelo is not superhuman. He doesn't have superhuman strength. He's a man. That's all he is. Rocky movies are fake. There's no fucking Ivan Dragos, okay? He didn't really kill Carl Weathers. Stop mixing fantasy shit with real life. That's what the fuck you train and get in shape for. So you can go in there prepared to go to war. What did he say? I'm prepared for the body shots, for everything, the head shots. I already know what Canelo brings to the table. This is Jermell saying all this shit. He's prepared for it, but what did he go in the ring and do? You think a motherfucker gonna swing at Aries and Aries ain't gonna fight back? Aries will beat your motherfucking ass. Ain't no fucking way. I'm gonna stand up there, a motherfucker teeing off on me, I'm just gonna stand up there. No, bro, we gonna go. Fuck you, we gonna go. So I'm not trying to hear nobody sitting here trying to tell me, you trying to explain what happened. No, you're giving your opinion on something like, we all see what the fuck happened, man. We know what happened. But we're not gonna sit up here and accept that shit like it's valid. No. I'm proud of my performance. What the fuck did you do? Proud of what? Taking a fucking knee? What the fuck did you do? Notice, nobody's talking about the fight. They're talking about Jermell laying down for Canelo. It wasn't an action-packed fight. It wasn't a good fight. It was a lame, boring, dull-ass fight, and I could see what was going on. And like I told you, by the fourth round, it was like, nah, he can't even hurt Canelo. And he's not even trying to do anything. Oh, Canelo made him fight like that. No, fuck, no. Jermell didn't try to do shit. Trying to win a fight and trying to just not get knocked out are two fucking different things. Simple. When Paulie Malignaggi got his ass kicked by Adrian Broner, did Paulie ever stop trying in that fight? Nah. And I don't even like Paulie. When Sean Porter steamrolled through Paulie, did Paulie stop trying? No. He just got destroyed. I am making these comparisons because I'm trying to wake people the fuck up to reality and not this little fantasy in your head in La La Land. These guys are multimillionaires. Long after your fucking ass retire, they will still have money. They will still be in a better position than you are. And just imagine all your money that went into this shit. And these motherfuckers are sitting up here telling you, fuck you. I don't respect a fighter And this is one thing that the Charlos have said several times in the past. And I'll let the motherfuckers know. Same way. When you say, if you're not riding with the Charlos, then fuck y'all. No, fuck you. Because without fans, you don't have, or without fight fans, you don't even have a fucking sport to compete in. Because if nobody buys your pay-per-view, if nobody goes to your fucking fights, you have no career. So what the fuck else would you do with your life? Huh? It's not fuck the fans, it's fuck you. So basically, you're supposed to ride with me even when I'm wrong. That's what they're telling you. Not just the Charlos, any of these fighters that say that shit. Adrian Broner says it a lot. They're not riding with me. Fuck y'all, man. You hate. No. Nobody's hating on your little dumbass. What the people are telling you is, you're slacking. Do you guys remember me for the past 4 or 5 years saying that Adrian Broner is done? And you always got somebody in the comment section trying to keep hope alive and trying to tell you that you're wrong because blah, 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 blah. 5 years later, he still ain't this shit. But yet, Aries is wrong because Aries is a real one telling you exactly what the fuck he see going on. Versus you not looking at what's happening, but looking for excuses to blame Floyd and Al Heyman and Leonard Ellerby and everybody else for what this grown-ass man is doing. So when that grown-ass man and Adrian Broner told Al Heyman, yo, man, keep me busy, man. Keep me in the gym. When I'm in the gym, I don't get in trouble. Only time I get in trouble is when I'm not in the gym. So wait. You mean to tell me that these other grown-ass men is responsible for what your grown-ass do? This man was on this damn 30 talking about keep me busy. You don't know how to control yourself? You that immature? Because as a man, that's not what you do. You see these videos where these police run out on these gang-banging motherfuckers and they be, yo, I'll tell you right now, bro, I ain't going to jail. Tell you that shit right now, nigga. Y'all ain't searching my car. Yo, man, what y'all doing? Next thing you know, they in the back of the car. Mama, call my mama. No, man. Yo, grown ass man, what the fuck you calling your mama for? Thought you said you wasn't going to jail. Now you sit in the back of the fucking car handcuffed. Tased the fuck up and everything. Right? Talking. They have more attitude than they have ability. That's why I didn't respect when Charlo said, I still think I'm the best fighter in the world right now. After you just got your ass whooped. You just showed everybody you can't beat Canelo because you're too scared to even fight back. So how the fuck you in the bed? Who you better than? Just saying, y'all. Instead of praising people and putting them on pedestals, how about try to enjoy what you like? Just enjoy it. But be honest about what you see. Be honest about what you don't like about something. It's not about having little pet peeves and looking for something to bitch about. No. Well, making excuses for people will never help them to be better. Why? Because the excuses become a crutch. And when they read fanboy mail or emails or text messages saying shit like, keep your head up, champ, you'll be all right. Yo, we got your back no matter what. Okay. You got his back. But did he have your back when he went in there and took your money and laid it down and act like he, basically just showed up for the check? Is he gonna break you some of that money off? Just saying. And that's why I don't like the fanboy shit on this channel. Everybody else will tell you, agree, disagree, or call me a bitch, do all that. No, we not playing that shit over here. Like I said, I would rather this channel grow slowly but surely, or stay at the same fucking number and have the same fucking people, than for this shit to become, because I'm sitting here just playing both sides of the coin and trying to be, no. I don't do that shit. I don't kiss ass. And I ain't the type of motherfucker that's gonna sit up here and go along with something that I don't agree with. And that's all I'm saying, y'all. I didn't respect what I saw Jermell do. It was a terrible performance. He should be ashamed of himself. Now, hopefully he can pick himself up, dust himself off. He already made it known he don't want no more Canelo. How do he fix this? That's going to be up to him to figure it out. I'm not going to say anything other than, like I said, you got to beat the man that beat you, or at least try. Not sit back and just pretend that you came to fight and everybody can see that that's not what happened. I mean, You motherfuckers made a huge deal about Tyson Fury and Wilder, talking about gloves and water and all this shit. You know, I mean, whatever. But you see a man come in the fucking ring and refuse to fight and make excuses for him. Anyway, look, y'all. Like I said, again, salute my man, Ebo Sosa. Listen, fight fans deserve better than this bullshit that we've been getting. The business model has changed to the point where everything is about money. Everything. And the fighters' minds have changed to that shit too. They're hungry when they don't have those millions. But once you get to a point where you have millions and you have mansions and cars and all that, but you still don't have elite names on your resume, how much hungrier can you get? And for a man to say, I want nothing but big payday fights, you got to show up and fight. Nobody's going to be just giving you money because you want a fucking fight. It doesn't work that way. So that being said, you know, it's not me or anybody else that's sharing these same views. It's the fucking fighters that decide, if I don't want to fight, I don't have to. Remember Oliver McCall? He knocked Lennox Lewis out. Lewis jumped right the fuck back up, came back in that rematch, and they was fighting, and Oliver was fighting back. And then he realized, okay, this ain't the same as last time. This Lewis is sharper in this fight. And what'd he do? He just walked away. Didn't want to fight no more. But you know the difference with Oliver McCall? The dude is cuckoo. And I'm not being funny. Something's really wrong with Oliver. Oliver's not a normal dude. Something is not right with Oliver. He just walked away. He didn't want to fight no more. He quit. Y'all said Daniel Dubois quit. Why can't you just admit it with Canelo or with Charlo? No, he didn't quit and say, nah, I don't want to fight no more. I don't want to see the 12th round. Let me know. No, he just tried to survive and play it safe. His heart was pumping Kool-Aid all night. And if I'm telling you, and y'all know, you've been rocking with me, you know I've been riding with the Charlos since day one. So if I'm saying this, don't act like a fucking 8th grader and think, man, why you hating? No. Learn to listen and understand. I'm speaking fucking facts here. And I'm speaking, as far as my opinion, is off the facts. Okay? The man did not come to win. Even if in his mind or in his locker room or wherever he thought, I can do this or whatever, something in that fight changed his mind. And I believe it was just Canelo's power. I don't even think it was to the face, because like I said, the first 2 rounds, they wasn't catching nothing. I think here, somewhere in the body, he felt them shots and it scared him. Simple as that. Y'all deserve better. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. I will catch y'all on the next video.